gonna stop a nigga when he get the song. Mama told me get up, dance. Papa told me pick up my pants. I ain't from the hood, that don't mean that I'm misunderstood, but I know that you won't understand. We talking about Wayne Head, got a little metal boot, trapping in bando, cooking like food. Leroy, he showed me that move. Bruce Leroy, he showed me that. Mama told me get up, dance. Papa told me pick up my pants. I ain't from the hood, that don't mean that I'm misunderstood, but I know that you won't understand. We talking about Wayne Head, got a little metal boot, trapping in bando, cooking like food. Bruce Leroy, he showed me that move. Bruce Leroy, he showed me that.
This is right here. Chill. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Words with Pooday and Plaga. Sometimes you and you and you and you and you. Chicky chicky bang bang. Tonight, we got a special guest in the building. Introduce yourself, my brother.
I go by the name of Didy.
J Diddy, that's J.
One
Diddy.
time for our guest J Diddy in the building.
And that's J Diddy. That was J Diddy on the intro. You know, right there. What's the name of that joint right there?
That's the glow.
The Glow.
Yeah, that right there, the glow. Yeah,
Glow.
that right there was nice. I like that a lot, man. I like that a lot.
I appreciate that y'all like it because that's like one of the singles.
My man J Diddy.
That's one of the singles that you running with?
That's the main one I'm pushing on.
Oh, okay, that's the main joint right there. Yeah, well, I think you definitely gonna have much success with that one right there, because that's fire.
That's fire.
That's definitely fire, man.
You know,
Man, so yo,
what's going on, Pooday? What we got going on in the building tonight? How you feeling tonight? How y'all feeling tonight? How everybody feeling?
Man, I'm feeling great, man. Let's get to it.
Man, I'm feeling blessed. Another day.
Another day, right?
Another day on this world, this earth. I'm feeling real blessed for that, you know. So, you know how it be, but it's crazy out here, man. You know what's going down. We got the cases going on out here. You know, rappers is getting locked up out here, non-stop. You know, not learning. You know, I hope the young boys learn from this. You know, and see that it's really not a game. I mean, I don't know. You know what kills me? Well, it doesn't kill me, but it's just like I just don't understand it. How can people keep seeing the same things occur and still want to like do it? Like the bad things.
How could you buy a pack of cigarettes and read on the back that this could possibly kill you, but still smoke a cigarette anyway?
I mean, yeah.
It's just how some people operate.
Yeah.
We all built different.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, true that. You know, but, you know, see, with the cigarette thing, see, accessibility comes with that. You know what I'm saying? The accessibility comes with that, because when you actually become the age, besides going to the bootleg spots, besides coming of age, it's hard for you to get cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy. You could get it, but it ain't easy if you're not going to a bootleg spot and it's not accessible to you like that. You feel me? But it's like, you're a rapper and you're getting this money. I thought the goal was to get out the hood and make it, and
that is the goal.
And leave the ignorance alone.
Not to go backwards.
I think it depends on your mentality and your age. Like if you're young and you're not used to having that, and then somebody give you a little piece of something, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna know how to act with it.
But when you think that's the most case with 90% of the rappers? Because 90% of the rappers, it's a handful of rappers that had money when they came into the game. I mean, it's a documentary going on right now. I don't know if you ever seen it yet. I think it's on man, I forgot, but it's with Bimmy and them, and you know, and they was
Hip Hop on the Cover.
Hip Hop on the Cover. Yeah, Hip Hop on the Cover. And they speak about a lot of things, and it's like one of the main things they speak about is how rappers had got their capital back then. You understand what I'm saying? And Method Man referred to this on what was it? Drink Champs recently on Plaga, when he was like, where do these rappers actually get their money from? Get their bread from? You feel what I'm saying? Because back then, your capital was coming from illegal activity. You know what I'm saying? The majors wasn't giving. You was doing this out the trunk. You was doing your thing. Your man had the block. He was giving you the bread to get you. You know what I'm saying? So I think that we all come from nothing. So I can't use that as an excuse for why.
No, I would say
they do the ignorance once they get the money.
Like the age bracket. You know what I'm saying? Most of the dudes who get put on now, they like real young. They don't have like the same thought process that me or you would have. We look at the world different because we've been around, we've been through a certain amount of things. So they still experience this shit. I remember when I was a teenager, a nigga would tell me, don't touch that, it'll burn you. But I gotta touch it, you know what I'm saying? I gotta get burned in order to learn the lesson. So.
Right.
It comes into territory. They not the only ones fucking up. We fucked up a lot of money in our generation as well. You know what I'm saying? I don't think.
Right. I believe that on that note, it's just a matter of, you know, the music is it used to be different where gangsters and people who were street, they came into the industry and they told their story and people wanted to emulate that story.
That's a fact.
Right? Now it's I'm gangster. I don't, and you know, like, so young, like you said, being young, it's like they don't really have a track record of that. So it's like they gotta prove that now.
That kind of, look, it's crazy that you brought up this topic because the EP that I just dropped, it's a concept EP. So the name of the EP is Look Up the Who. So the concept of it is like, we don't really got no role model. Like we don't got a Malcolm X or a Martin Luther King. So we look up to different type of people that we probably shouldn't, like rappers, ball players, or it could be a nigga on the block. Just we look for that sort of mental
father role.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But on that note, I want to send prayers up for a legend right there.
DMX, yo, one time for DMX, man. One time for DMX. One time for DMX, man. Prayers definitely for DMX and to his family, man. Like, you know, everyone I know grew up on DMX, as far as like not older than me, too much older than me, but we grew up on DMX, man. X was definitely
played a part of that.
Big part of this culture.
Right now, we're pulling for you. Take Lil Nas X, not DMX. So.
Yeah. Lil Nas X, speaking of Lil Nas X, with that little dumb shit he pulled off last week with the sneakers, with the what's that, teaspoon of blood? Or
I heard something.
A drop of human blood
in a shoe?
In the air bubbles.
Yeah.
And y'all know that it's not really Nike.
Yeah, it's not.
You think that's
not sanctioned?
Which one do you think is more fly, that or putting
the holy water
in the middle of your forehead?
Nah, I will have to go with the. I will have to go with the blood. Yeah, I'm going with the bloody kicks. With the 666 on the kicks.
Yeah, that's a little bit more risque.
The blood on the kicks.
The diamond is like,
you're an asshole.
You out.
Excuse me.
Cool. You want to cause a scene, cool. But the blood, 666 Air Max, that was out of control. Anyway, take Lil Nas X and not DMX.
I think they do shit like that for like shock value. You know what I'm saying? Because that's really what's pushing records now. It's like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have something. You gotta have people talking about you in order to sell a product. You know
so
what I'm saying?
Basically,
that just do weird shit.
Sell it, soul.
Yeah, get people talking.
Sell
about
out. Yeah.
And that's how they distribute.
So let me ask you something. Because you know you have a project out, right? You're pushing it. You're doing your thing right now, right? And you saying that, right? How do you feel about the state of music right now? Because obviously you're not that type of artist. You're not gonna do anything too crazy for shock value. Where
but at the
it's in the realms of selling your soul. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And then how you feel about the fans? Because you said that, which is really key. So what about the fans that actually support that?
I think there's a market for everything. You know what I'm saying? And that's a market for them. And there's a market for what I do. My job is to find my market and corner it. You know what I'm saying? And really tailor my shit to my genre of people.
That's a good answer.
There's a market for everything, man. There's somebody out there who like to watch videos and feet.
Right.
You can sell feet videos.
I mean, you're absolutely right about that. There is.
So how long have you been into music? How long have you been doing music, writing raps?
Since the 10th or 11th grade. It's funny to me is in one of the tracks, man. So that Welcome to New York joint. Since like, towards the end of high school, I started fucking with it.
Okay.
It's one of the things I just fell in love with. I always loved music, but just trying to do it myself, probably 10 or 11 years.
Who are some of your inspirations in music?
Oh, I got on to hip hop late. So like by the time I started listening to hip hop, Biggie was already there. But the first person who caught my attention was Nas. Nas was like illest nigga in the world. Like the way he'll put his thoughts together and some of his wordplay. He's just unique with the way he put the words together.
Right.
That's kind of what drew me to it.
Biggie, Nas. So you came around to Biggie, Nas, Jay-Z, Tupac.
Now when they started, it was like Biggie was already there by the time I started listening.
Right.
So
I was a late bloomer.
So what type of music you listen to? Like, what's your go-to? Like
now or
before? Like, what got your your buzz going at the 11th and 12th grade?
Oh, I was a diehard Hov fan. Niggas could argue that to death. We was just talking about DMX. Me and my man used to argue every day about who's better, DMX.
DMX a whole. That's what the topic was back in the day. They go hardcore fans.
Yeah, I mean,
shout out, prayers to him. Yeah.
That's a fact.
DMX a whole. They used to go at it. You know what I mean? So yeah, for sure.
Those are
so the two tops. But you was fucking with Hov.
I was messing with Hov heavy.
You was with your Hov.
It was the rock.
It was the rock.
And what type of music you listen to now?
Now more like it's still sort of the same lane. I listen to J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, JID.
So how do you feel about Brooklyn drill?
Talk to us.
I gotta be politically correct with this shit.
Be honest.
I mean, you could be.
We don't want the political.
No.
We want the honest.
Yeah, we won't stop you.
Yeah, we don't. It's not a political show.
Politically correct show.
So we want the honest answer.
I won't say put your foot in your mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
But I will say be as truthful as you can with us.
Listen, you can say
about how you feel about the drill music.
Me personally,
yes,
I wouldn't. As an artist, I wouldn't do drill music because it kind of like boxes you in, where it's just like a repetitive sound that not. Yeah, it's kind of like a repetitive sound. Like most of the elements in the beats are the same. The way that they flow and everything is the same. So that's kind of like cornering yourself to a market that you cannot get out of. Like once it like all people want to hear is drill. Me personally, I wouldn't do it, but I do enjoy listening to it.
Right. There's nothing wrong with that. Good answer.
Okay. That's what's up. He's media trained, y'all.
That is my first time taking it. I probably did one before this in like Long Island. It was like a college campus radio. My manager took me up there.
Oh yeah?
And yeah, that was a crazy experience as well.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. So what do you want for people to get out of your music that you're making? Like what you want people to get out of that?
I kind of want them to paint their own picture. Like for every song, I had something that I wanted people to get out of each song. But there's been people that hit me up and they're like, yo, did you mean this when you said this? And it's like, yo, that shit does make sense. So I like people to just take whatever they can from it. But you are going to take something from it. You're not going to listen to it and not get nothing out of it. It's not like.
So your music's something like a Picasso? And like there's a picture. You like, well,
put him on the spin side.
Well, that looks like
Picasso.
That looks like this.
A lot of pressure.
Yeah, abstract.
Yeah, it's abstract because people paint their picture.
But I do have a particular meaning when I put it together. But I do leave room for you to use your imagination.
Right. So you know what's really dope that I like that you do is with your videos that you with the face.
The reface.
I mean the reface. I mean listen man. The reface, man, that's hard, man. That's like pause. That's really nice, man.
Yeah.
What made you come up with the idea? Hey, yo. That was hard. It was hard. Hey, yo. But what made you come up with that, man?
Well, the project was already done, right? So once the project is done, it's like people don't just want to keep listening to the audio. So now every time I want to reintroduce it, I have to find a new way to do that. And that I thought was funny. And it kind of shows my personality as a person. And then I get to incorporate the music at the same time and then hit you with the, streaming on all platforms. I got my own website, so I always throw my website in the links.
Yeah, I checked you out. He got his own website. You go check it out. Drop that website
for him.
j.diddy.com, but it's jdotdidy.com. j.diddy.
Right. Make sure you go check that out.
I'm gonna tell y'all again at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Make sure you check that out. Yeah, man. So that's dope. Yeah. So what goes behind the concept of picking the right the right movie, I should say, or because you got some good choices.
Yeah, nah, it's funny. Like
You got some good choices
funny,
here, man.
you got some
Like,
shit that, you
the
know,
selection is real.
but it also collaborates with the music good too.
I kind of look at the video first and just see what, I try to see what song would sound good behind what I'm looking at, and then I test it out. And then if the reface looks funny, like if my face looks funny on that particular person, then yeah, I'll run with that. The baby joint.
You pulled it off with the.
That's a good little marketing tactic.
That's a fact.
Right.
When it comes to videos, what are some of your favorite videos? Since I've seen you, that's kind of animated. I would say like something like a Busta Rhymes or Missy Elliott.
I think Busta Rhymes and Missy Elliott makes some of the best fucking videos out of
Right.
everybody. They're super creative with, and you know what I'm saying? It's you can watch it all the way through. You never get bored with watching. That's the thing with videos. Like, well, I was messing with this kid, my man K Sims, shout out to K Sims in South Carolina. He was actually showing me like what goes into shooting videos. We shot like 5 videos, and he's like, "Yo, dude, there gotta be a wow factor. There has to be a reason why." So we would do like weird shit. We climbed the billboard, the McDonald's billboard, and rapped on it. Boom, boom, boom. And it made the video dope. So it's like, it has to be something that makes you want to watch the video in the order to keep your attention. People's attention spans is not what it used to be.
Not what it used to be.
It's definitely not what it used to be.
The world has ADD.
That's a fact.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact, though. That's a fact, man. So, if you could collab with anyone, who would be your favorite person to collab with?
In the game?
In the game,
Right
and then
now.
underground. Both.
Or period. Anybody that's active, anybody that's doing anything, or anybody that's retired, whatever.
I'm not gonna hold you. I'll work with anybody. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, anybody who didn't know about me before I collabed with that person, they're gonna know about me once I collab with that person. So no collaboration is a bad collaboration.
No collaboration.
Because that person is gonna show the music to people I don't know, and they might be like,
So you would. I mean, look, some people don't like to do collabs because they get burnt on collabs, and some people love to do collabs because they can really showcase. Yeah, they do the burning. So how you feel on that? Like, which person?
I like to be the burner, man. Nobody want to have the weakest verse on a joint.
Right.
So I think you go into it with a competitive mind state. You're not gonna want to let the other person get the best of you. It's not like I think I'm better than you, but I don't want to be the weakest link on this track. So I'm gonna try to smoke your boots.
So have you always been a solo artist?
Yeah. I actually, this is like a rebranding of me. I used to go by Roach. For years, I went by Roach. So,
and how did you get? Where did you get that name from? Buddy? Like, how did that happen?
That's one of them things, man, where you be on the block and then somebody's making fun of you, and it's like one of them things that you hate it, but you gotta embrace it in order to make it something different. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's what I did. I just embraced it.
That's right.
And then once I did, you know, it just became
That's
the name everybody go.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
But that was your handle before you switched your name to J. Diddy.
J. Diddy, yeah. That's
Right.
Okay.
It's just like a rebranding, man. I'm getting older now, you know what I'm saying? Almost 40, these niggas call me Roach. That shit is crazy.
Right.
Yeah,
Roach did his time.
You look crazy. You'd be like, what?
Roach did his time.
But if you family, you
It's
can still
still
call me Roach.
Got you. It'd be like that. We all got family names that family call us. And we be like, right. What? They don't call me that no more. Well, I'm still gonna call you that. You like,
who you?
You like this? Word, man. Okay. That's what it is.
Moving right along.
What's your ride out music?
I'm not gonna hold you. I'm in a cocoon. So the only way I would listen to something is if you're introducing me to it. I want to stay within my own sound, so I try not to dip it that much. I pay attention to what's going on out there, but I can't pay too much attention to it because it'll fuck up what I got going on. So when I'm be honest with you, it sounds vain, but I listen to a lot of my own shit or my people shit. Scotty Opimo, shout out to Scotty Opimo, always dumping his shit. My man Kenny Sims, shout out to Kenny Sims, check him out. He's super dope. I listen to a lot of underground people that most people probably don't.
Right.
So what underground rapper would you really like to work with that you haven't worked with? I know you said you work with anyone, but who would you like to work with?
I'm not gonna hold you, man. This makes sound crazy. Loaded Lux. Love the way that nigga rap, bro. He's like, he just feels like New York to me, man. Loaded Lux is dope. I think a lot of the battle rappers, I think that's where most of the talent is now, is in battle rap. As far as like being technical with how you put the bars together and shit like that. That's
As
where
far
that
as
shit,
bars go,
yeah,
where they matter the
yeah,
most.
that's a fact.
Right.
But they do also make good music. Loaded Lux is one of them.
So
If
where
I
do
jump
you
on the track with
where do you see yourself going in this game in the next couple of years, or do you feel like this is something you're gonna go forward with as far as putting out the music, or you feel like because of that, because I see it seems like from what I get from your music, I listen to your joints, joint we just played, check you out, more into your lyrics. So
Facts.
do you feel like you might have to cross over more to the battle scene to do what you gotta do, or you feel like
Hell no.
you're gonna stick
There's
to
a market for niggas who just like to hear boys. Might be a small market, but it's a market for me. I'm pretty sure there's on this planet there's more than 50,000 people who want to hear hardcore lyrics. Now that's good enough for me. If I can get 50,000 people to listen to my shit and fuck with me, that I can sell merch to, that's $50,000. Is everybody's to give me $1.
respectfully, and that's good.
That's good enough for me.
Yeah, that's a good
There's nothing
mindset.
wrong with that.
That's a good mindset. That's a good
Nothing
mindset.
wrong with that. Yeah, because it's a different world right now. So, everybody out there with talent, do what you do.
Yeah, don't try to be because this is popping. It's not gonna work because it's not you, and you're gonna feel stupid.
Stick to your guns.
Big fact.
Basically, stick to your guns. But make sure you do it the right way because it's the right way to do things. But nah, I like that answer because the reason why I asked you that because of what you just said. You said, like Loaded Luxury, we want to do a joint. You like Kendrick Lamar, you listen to J. Cole. I'm listening to, the type of artists you listen to. And those kind of artists right now, honestly, even though J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar are one of the most respected lyricists, they're not really buzzing right now.
Nah.
You know what I mean? Being honest, they kind of like quiet right now. Griselda may have been the only one like took over as far as the real hip hop, not real hip hop because hip hop is different energy, different vibes.
I think the formula is just different because, like, if you pay attention to J. Cole's formula, he'll drop something for the year and then he'll go on a whole fucking promo run for that whole fucking year where he's just touring and doing different shit, milking that first project, and then you won't hear nothing from him to the following.
Yeah, I also think there's a lot to do with that too because of the labels that they're under and how they move. Like J. Cole,
it's a different
J. Cole
like you said, he got his 100,000.
Yeah, but it's just he got his 100,000, but it's just his situation. For him to be down with a big situation, you would think that the promotion. But anyone who knows that if you're actually under Jay-Z, the promotion is going to be close to nothing.
That's why
You got serious. The promotion is close to nothing. You have to do your own thing.
What you say?
No, I mean history has proven this. I'm just not.
You saying that under the promotion?
That's what I respect about him the most, though. Is like
so
he was telling that nigga to do a lot of shit that they thought was gonna work. He did the opposite and showed that shit still works. Like he didn't need radio drugs.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree with that formula. I just say
a lot of people can't get away with that.
Can't get away with that. Yeah, everybody can't do that.
Yeah, be special.
Like that's what that's all I was saying. Like everybody can't get away with that. There's only a few people that can get away with that. Actually doing what you want to do and still,
But he had to follow suit until before he started doing what he wanted to do. You just might.
Yeah, but your mindset is right. You're absolutely right about that because a good artist to bring up us like that is like Young Ma. She's super dope. She's not signed to no majors, and everything she dropped is not on the radio, and she still do her numbers, and she has a hardcore fans, at least 100,000. She's got 100,000 fans, hardcore fans that when she could go somewhere, she's selling out and she's doing numbers. So she's actually straight for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like her videos still be hitting the M's, and you go to Young Ma, you're like, I ain't hear that shit. How this shit 1.2 million? What the hell?
And then you got to think like her market is probably not that huge. She probably like the East Coast is probably fucking with her heavy, but once you roam outside of that realm, there's probably less people listening to her. But that's good enough for her to. That's what it'd be like. To me, it's like there's levels of success. Some people want to reach the highest level of success. Some people just
depends on where you want to go.
Yeah,
right.
But me, I just let me get a foot in the door and be able to provide for my family so that we can live comfortable. I want to take my kids to Disneyland, you know what I'm saying, and do some of the things that I see some of these other brothers go.
Yeah, because let me ask you something. Because you seem like you're a conscious brother, and so how do you feel about a lot of artists that talk about you have to sell your soul to the game to actually get what you actually want out of this?
Yeah, that's what they basically pump
overall.
I think those individuals, they just
two-part question.
Easy.
Two-part question. And if a major would come to sign you, would you sign to the major? All right, yeah.
With the-
What
What was the first one again?
yeah.
One track.
So
with selling your soul. That's the easy way out. So
Easy way out.
it's easy to sell your soul for some bread, but it's harder to actually take that road I'll take the road. You know what I'm saying? Because I think I'm gonna reap more benefits later. Your soul, there's no price that you put on your soul. Not at all.
So that's enough for you.
Yeah, I would sell myself. As far as the label coming, the deal would have to make sense. Like it would have to be way more than I'm doing on my own. The labels is only gonna start looking for you once your numbers is good. But once I invested all that time with getting my numbers good,
You don't need to
fuck, I need the labels.
Yeah, so they
Right. So it's all about what you want out of the game.
Yeah.
That goes to my next question. What do you want out of the game? Because some people want the notoriety for bars, we spoke about earlier.
Yeah.
You know, yo, he's nice. Yo, he got the bars. He's crazy. Or someone who makes
trying to get to that bag.
biggity boggity music and you going all your singles is going triple platinum.
Nah, I could do without the triple platinum because I would want my audience to take something from what I'm giving. You know what I'm saying? I think you know how they say quality is better than
quantity. Yeah,
you know what I'm
quality
saying?
over quantity. Yeah.
Even putting that whole EP together, you get I record upstairs. I was telling them like, we gotta remix this. Like it was already mixed down, and I'm like, nah, it needs to be mastered. Like, let's get it sounding the best possible way that we could get it sounding before I even give it to anybody. I want my shit to be top shelf shit. You know what I'm saying? They mixed down the globe like 6 times. They was looking at me like, nigga, how many what you want me to do to this shit more?
What else you want me to fucking do?
So speak about that. Speak about actually putting into your craft on that type of level. You know, because I'm pretty sure that there's been people around you that you've seen
As far as being independent,
or do anything that really didn't want to invest.
How does that affect you on your day-to-day life? Because you invested in yourself.
With me, it's something that I love to do, so it's not like work. You know what I'm saying? As far as like putting all my attention on that one particular project, I just found out that in order to make good music, you need inspiration, right? But most people don't realize that you can get inspiration from anywhere. Just being around a person with a certain energy can, you know what I'm saying, give you inspiration or you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Hard to explain. I draw my energy from a lot of different sources. So I know who to put myself around in order to get that energy to write what I need to write. Or I know what beat to listen to put me in that zone. You know what I'm saying? Right. I just know how to access or tap into my shit. But I can't just sit down and just, you know what I'm saying, write a song like that. No. It's got to be an energy around.
Right. Got you. The vibe has to be real, man. The vibe has to be real, man. So that's what's up when it comes to that. So all right, so we checked out who you would want to do a collab with. We did that, and we did your favorite artist, right? And you said you've never been a part of a group. Have you been approached to ever be a part of a group?
Nah, I was on an independent called Night Shift. Shout out to Night Shift. Shout out to VIP, Shaq, PhD, the whole team. And I fucked it up, you know what I'm saying? They presented me with a lot of options. I was just so young and so caught up with my everyday life that I didn't take advantage of what they was giving me. But I learned a lot from that experience. So I kind of think that like that was a group. They had other artists. The dude that you hear singing on most of the tracks, that's my man Slop. Me and him, we always on shit. He's like a part of my sound, literally. Like if I do a song, he has to be in the back home. He's a part of my sound.
Gotcha.
A 2-for-1.
It's a deal. They get him.
So yo, I know you got the project coming out soon, right?
It's already out. Streaming on everything. Look up to who. Streaming on everything. Please stream that.
Yes. What's the name of that project?
Look up to who.
Look up to who. So I know you got a joint that we ain't here yet.
I get to pick the joint?
Yeah, you get to pick the joint.
I picked one of my singles.
Yeah, I did. I mean,
picked the next
see,
joint,
look, I picked that fire.
So we want to hear something that you feel like, you know, the people need to hear right now. You feel me? Let them know, get a little bit of flavor. We gave them how we felt the vibe from you.
Glow.
So
I'll follow that up with. All right, look, this is perfect because, you know what I'm saying? I think what you about to play, I think, is missing from hip hop. Like, It's Fine is one of that shit I hold dear to my heart. That's something I wrote for my kids. And I put everything in it. Writing it, I was crying. Recording it, you asked them upstairs, I was crying, recording this shit. I tried to perform it. I cried through the whole fucking performance. It just
What song?
it hits me here. It's fine.
It's called It's Fine.
It's fine. But that's a joint I wrote for my kids, and I think that's what the game needs. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? We don't get to see that no more. Like most of the lyrics now is just like either downplaying women or niggas are selling drugs and killing each other. It's nothing really positive out there. So you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to take a piece of my fatherhood and leave that shit behind for them. So you know what I'm saying?
Showing
That's why I'm
people,
doing it.
that's okay to
But shout
That's a popular song in my
shout your kids out. Speaking of your kids, shout them out,
okay to
man.
embrace fatherhood, people.
Shout outs to my kids. I got my youngest. We just had him, T'Challa. And we got Heaven. That's the second youngest.
Okay.
My son Amir. And I'm going up in ages. And then my oldest is Nyasha.
Yeah, sure.
Shout out. My wife as well. Family first all the time.
Family
First, you know, that's definitely.
That's the type of shit I try to stand on, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just show that side of me because it's different from what everybody else is doing. So that's probably what's gonna make me stand out.
Right.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yo, so we're gonna get into this joint, people. Let us know what y'all think. We're gonna get into this joint. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, damn, it's not going out there. So,
So the time was broke. I want you to tell me that you can fly. Don't tell me you won't. You are king of kings. Don't you forget it. Don't let nobody tell you different. Love is like a spell. You did it in the words of carousel. We spin it as long as we together. We winning, we can make it through whatever. God willing, we survive the stormy weather. Hustling, you supposed to find the treasure. I hit it. Yeah, I did it. It's fine. Believe that you can fly. Get achievement. It's fine. Believe that you can fly. Get achievement. It's fine. Believe that you can fly. Get achievement. It's fine. Believe that you can fly.
Small one? Shit, yeah. No, that one right there. This one. Small. Yeah, that's why I can't do it, guard. In between.
What is it, the silver one?
The big one.
You did it in the words of carousel. We spin it as long as we together. We win and we can make it do whatever. God willing, we survive the stormy weather. Hustling, we supposed to find the treasure. I hate it, yeah, I did it.
Live. I just already snow. Holla at us, man. Holla.
It's fine. Believe that you can fly. Achievement. It's fine. Believe that you can fly. Achievement. It's fine. Believe that you can fly. Achievement.
It's about to go off, and I gotta do it before. I gotta do it.
I'm not so good.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Chill, back like we never left.
Yeah, that was that. It's fine joint. Make sure you go check my guy out, Jake Didy, man. I like that joint right there.
That was nice. That was from the heart right there. You feeling it right now? I see you. I mean, I see you feeling it right now, man. Come on, man. I mean, I see it, man. Come on. Man, you gotta shake that, man.
I was trying to avoid that joint. It needed to be heard.
I feel you, man. I see the emotion in your eyes when it was speaking. I didn't want to really like make the full eye contact with you, but I peaked it though.
Yeah.
Bye. I see you.
I think kids do that to everybody, man. Anybody who's got kids, I'm pretty sure they feel the same.
But yo, we got a little something for you. We got a little segment where we ask you a couple of things, right? We got some things we're gonna ask you, right?
All right.
And we want you to fill in the blank. Whatever comes into mind, we're gonna say something, and then you fill in the blank. You feel me?
Yeah,
So
Whatever you thinking, we just want
even if that shit is dumb.
Yeah, no, we just want to get to that, man.
Yeah.
Yo, so start. Go ahead, Pooday. We want to start out with what you got for me.
Let's start out with let me see. My dream girl.
Can I fill in the blank after that?
Yeah. My dream girl.
My dream girl. Fill in the blank.
It's perfect.
Oh, really? Your dream girl is perfect?
I would hope so. If she my dream girl, she better be fucking perfect.
I mean, when I say like, when I see like that was real funny, buddy.
That was funny.
Then I was like,
That's not the breaking type.
Give me an example, bro.
Take me as like my dream girl, and when you think of when I say my dream
You're supposed to say
girl,
a person.
you're supposed to think of when I say your dream girl, who you think of
describe
first?
something.
What comes to your mind when I
Niggas
say?
just trying to catch me up, man. I ain't doing that.
Say your wife.
You said no politics.
I said no. I said whatever comes to your
Whatever comes to your
mind.
mind.
That's the
That should be
politically
perfect.
correct answer.
Trouble, more trouble. More trouble, man. Yo, listen, man. My music is.
My music is
Astonishing.
Astonishing. That's
I
how
don't
you
even know
feel.
if I said that right.
You said
I probably fucked
astonishing.
that whole word.
Astonishing.
All right. Black Lives Matter.
It's important. Very important.
Why?
Why not? Why not? We all in this room black. We know the vibes, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? We kind of endangered species in this motherfucker. So
Right.
black lives do matter. You know what I'm saying? If we want to keep this motherfucker going.
Right.
I think some of our participants need to feel it. I don't think not all of us feel that way about ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers be acting like black lives don't matter and they be black.
That's a whole nother story.
Message.
Another one we got
Message.
Fill in the blank.
The streets. Okay.
Are dangerous. Stay out the motherfucker. COVID was probably the best shit to happen. Get these motherfuckers off the street. Niggas stop partying for a little minute. Niggas is getting in shape, eating good, staying home, being with their families.
Right.
That's probably, I mean, anybody who lost somebody to COVID, I apologize for saying some shit like that, but I
Definitely send our condolences to anyone who lost any family member during this COVID situation.
Right.
But
I
I
think
understand
the
what you're coming
upside to that was, we kind of got our shit together for 3 months before we relapsed.
All right.
Got you.
All right. Fill in the blank. These times are
Wonderful. Every fucking day, every second, every minute of every day is wonderful. And if you complain about anything in your life, kill yourself. No, that was a joke. Actually kill yourself.
don't actually
Find something to do that's gonna make
like
you happy with yourself, because tomorrow's not promised to nobody.
we don't do that.
Right. So DMX
He's a legend, man. He's a legend. You know what's crazy, man? I'm gonna say it funny. You said when you go politics. I got, you know how like they hit you in your DM like, yo, what you got going on? And it was DMX with the blue check and everything. Yo, it was like the world stopped for me. Like, this is it, nigga. I'm out. I'm chopping it up with him, and then it's like, yeah, how much money you got for promo? You give us 500, I'll put you on the mixtape. Or if you got 1,000, I can host you. A lot of them do it. Jadakiss do the same.
Oh, so you want to get into that?
Yeah.
Bang, bang. Oh, he just hit it.
So what happened with that? Did you get caught with that?
I asked him, and I got the messages. When
tell me the result.
I was like, how much for a feature? Because that would benefit me more. It don't benefit me to give you $500 to $1,000 to be on a mixtape with other people who do the same shit that I do. It's a waste of $500. I can take that $500 and put it in the market and up my streams. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to giving it to you to put me on a mixtape that nobody's gonna listen to. So I asked him how much for a feature, and he wrote me $20,000. But I'm not doing features right now.
Oh, so he kept it real though.
Yeah.
He kept it real. He said 20,000 for 20K for a feature is more like it.
Yeah.
20K for a
That sounds about
feature,
right.
that sounds about right.
That's a fact.
Now hearing what you said, like how you said, it wouldn't make no sense for me to give you that for a mixtape. See how you thinking? It don't make no sense for me to put
everything gotta make
sense. Yeah, because it's the wording. See, people's getting caught up on the wording because a lot of rappers got a lot of individuals we know.
Beanie Siegel caught my homie.
Jada
Kiss caught my other homie. This is a known scheme that's going on.
Yeah.
No, and I respect the legend DMX, but it's fucked up that he's a part of that scheme too, because that's a scheme. That 500 shit for promo was a scheme.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know what I mean?
I mean, listen, you have to be smart like this brother is right now. They telling you, that's what I told individuals. It's not like they not telling you what they offer you. They offering you, he said it, we didn't even know about this story. You're getting on a mixtape with other individuals just on a mixtape. So he's gonna throw your song, his song, that girl's song, everyone's song on it and just shout you out.
Guess what platform it was coming out
That's
on?
it.
Spotify?
Nah.
What was doing
SoundCloud and that fit. Those are two platforms that you
That's
can't
free.
Generate no revenue off of that shit.
Right.
That shit don't help you.
Yeah, so that's
and you know what's so crazy?
Yeah, that's crazy.
He hit him with that.
That's
All these other artists were saying Spotify, Apple Music, it's the same shit, but they were just putting you on a playlist. I can make a playlist on Spotify, Apple Music.
The thing with Spotify,
Nobody has a membership.
No, that's what I'm saying. He was smart enough to realize that, like, I could put that 500 into something else, into marketing myself instead of putting it into that because it doesn't make sense to be on a mixtape for other individuals.
I work with a marketing team. It's called Indie Music Academy. Now what they do is they shop your music until you make a playlist, and then once you make a playlist, they'll give you a certain amount of streams within a time frame. And then once you hit that, whatever carries over, it's actual people listening to it. So they carry over. Somebody might hear your shit and they might follow you because they was listening to that playlist. The playlist that I'm on has over 150,000 followers. So I'm getting about 800 and something streams every month, like 800 and some odd people are listening to my music. And I know that
random people.
And that's on
because you can get got, man. There's people like, yo, I'll help you with your streams and I help you get your streams up, but they bot. You know what I'm saying? They'll have a bunch of different accounts and then they'll just, somebody sits there and probably streams that shit to get your numbers up. But it's not an actual fan. And that's what I had to lose a lot of money before I figured that shit out. Like, where's my audience? That's what you really want to know is where's my audience and how could I tap in and communicate with my audience? So if you're paying for streams on YouTube or if you're paying for streams on Spotify and you can't tap into who your audience is, you're a fool, you're wasting bread. You can't even communicate with your audience.
Right. So what would you say? Because I know an individual that he raps out here, but he has a lot of streams and things from like Australia and his revenue comes from out there. Like because they digging it. Like so
that's the fishy shit that I mean. Because
what you feel about that? Like
it's a hit or miss. It's a 50-50 thing. You really have to do your research on who you're giving your money to, and then make sure that the service that they're providing you is a genuine service and is generating organic audience.
Right.
You want to
organic numbers that
you want to be able to tap into your audience.
I think me personally, I think the best way to make the shit happen is old school, man. Get out there, shake some hands, and kiss some babies. Nobody's voting for a nigga who ain't shaking hands and kissing babies. Every person I meet, like if I just encounter somebody and we have a nice little conversation going, I make sure to slip in like, yo, I do music, you know what I'm saying? Let me get your phone real quick. Oh, look me up on you, and I might secretly hit that subscribe button and give you your phone back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just
that's what I do.
Yeah. That is the best way, because doing this, it's just numbers and digital shit. It's not tangible. It's not something that my audience, people that I met throughout the course of my career, and they continue to follow.
Right. Truth. Right. So was you doing shows before COVID?
Nah, like just before COVID, I had decided to start doing music again. That's when I started the rebranding. It's like just before COVID. So before that, like when I did like 1,000 shows. I probably didn't do a show in a minute. So it's just, I got Coast to Coast coming up April 15th, Philly.
Okay.
Check me out.
All right.
So you performing in Philly?
Yeah, that's a fact. If I win there, then I get to go to Miami to compete for 50,000. That's fine.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
that's
that's
right.
what's up.
Nigga
That's
can
what's
use
up.
that 50 piece. You know?
Yeah, so you ready for that?
Get right back into the music.
How you feel about that? Coast to
I
coast.
take
How you feel about that?
25. Oh, Coast to Coast is super dope. It looked like they got some of the best competition there, and I know what I'm getting for my dollar. So if I pay $300, I know there's gonna be A&Rs. I pretty much know my package.
Right, because me and Plaga was actually speaking about that, about the package, especially when you're doing showcases and things of that nature. You actually want it to be worth it.
Yeah.
Because when you have to pay, you definitely want it
Especially
worth it
when
because
you
you want A&Rs in the audience and you want certain you want that there for the notoriety. So how do you feel? Do you think you're coming back with this 50,000? You think you're gonna be coming back up here like, yo,
my strategy?
I got that 50,000, yo.
Look at the strategy though. In Philly, we're gonna do the glow. The glow is gonna get them because that's that up pace that people want to dance.
Right.
So if I do make it to Miami, I'm gonna kill him with his fine because it's for the kids. You can't. A nigga can't beat you if you do a song about your kids, and it's outside the box because I know nobody else is gonna have nothing like that. It's gonna make me stand out, and people will remember it.
So do you have something in the
so that's the 2 joints you're running with.
Do you have something in the box though, just in case somebody brings out something?
Nah, I don't like to second guess myself. So it's the first one in the chamber.
Yeah. That's what I'm about to say. What if somebody hit you with some heat?
Yeah, no, don't second guess yourself. Do you have a secret weapon? Do you have something in the arsenal just in case?
I don't think nothing another person can do is going to affect what you eating. I'm not shitting on for what you eating right. My plate totally different. You know what I'm saying? I know what I'm serving over here, and I know what makes my recipes.
So you feel you got the 50K?
Yeah, I'm super confident, bro.
You got it.
Hip hop is all about confidence, man.
I mean, it starts there.
No, hey,
it starts there.
If you don't believe in yourself,
no, it starts there. Have you ever heard someone that is trash, but his confidence is out the window? Like
Cassidy and Battle Rap.
Yeah, you said
I didn't listen to the new one. I didn't see the latest.
I didn't see the latest.
Him and Hitman got a new
He'll
one.
get you thinking like, yo, he's about to win.
I
And
saw
then he get there and the stinkiest
crazy shit.
Yeah, I seen the pre-show. I didn't see
the battle though.
Nah, but you know all that shit is like promo. It's gonna make niggas want to watch the battle.
Yeah, but Cassidy hasn't been doing good since he came into the circuit, man.
Second album.
Would you have a battle rap?
Nah, you know why I can't? It's certain things that you just can't say. I got a moral compass in certain shit. Right. You know they habitual line steppers. He's an habitual line stepper. That's what niggas do. They gonna look for the line in order to cross that shit. So,
yeah.
So I'm not built for that. We can battle with songs all day. I do some shit on my IG Live where I just it's either me and somebody else, or I get 2 people and I have them go 3 songs for 3 songs.
Yeah, I see that.
Okay, so yeah, do some shit like that.
Yeah, because we got set up here too. We call it
Blast to the trash.
Blast to the trash. We call it up here, right? Yeah.
So sometimes we let artists know you want to put a joint up here, and play it. The people really think. We ask them. You know what I mean?
I think this is where the future of music is headed though, like especially now with COVID, is like the online shit is really gonna be popular. You're gonna start seeing live performances from niggas.
I mean, that's how I feel. I feel the same way, but I feel like there's no turning back. Once you tap into something, it's like going back just doesn't make any type of sense. You understand what I'm saying? So now that it's no shows in the last year,
especially if it's profitable.
You could be discovered. You know that the internet was the way, but now it's the way.
Definitely, yeah.
Everything is online. That's the way.
Big facts.
That's the way, man. That's the way, man. All right, man. That's what's up, man. So, all right.
I got
Did I have any more questions?
Any more Antonio?
Boom. I asked you what you felt about hip hop. Did I ask you that? About hip hop?
Yeah, we just asked about the game right now.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you though. The game is simplified now. It's simplified. I think the younger generation simplified it for us. Like when I was coming up, it was real technical. It was getting so technical that it was discouraging. Like, damn, you heard what the fuck this nigga said?
Right.
Put together and you say some crazy shit, but now niggas say so much retarded shit. It's like, oh, I can say retarded. So now I'll just kind of take elements from the new generation and just incorporate, some common sense into it, give it a little bit of structure, dress it up with a little bit of old school dress. But I say it's elements that I take from the new generation. I love this new generation. I think beats is way better now than it was when I was coming. Love trap beats. I always love trap beats. Even drill beats. Drill beats fun too.
Yeah,
when niggas be singing, like, that's just dope. Like I can't sing, but I like to listen to that. I think the melodies is super dope.
What about the message in the music right now?
That's what's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Because it feels like they just promote everything negative. I need balance. You know what I'm saying? I love negative shit just like the next man, but I need balance. I need something sensible to listen to on top of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to wake up in the morning and listen to Cardi B popping pussy. It's too early for that shit.
I mean, yeah, but how, you know what's so crazy about you even saying that? How do you feel about these artists out here that really pump this music for your kids to listen to, and a lot of them don't allow their own children to listen to it?
That shit is the
most. That they actually are.
That's what I was trying to explain to my daughter. Like, you think because the shit I can't tell her not to listen to, because I listen to crazy shit as well, and it's a reality. It's something that's already into the universe. So I don't hide things from, you know what I'm saying, my kids. Whatever's there, you know, they know about it. So that's what I was like. Her daughter's not listening to. They probably listening to church music in the crib.
Yeah, that's good. Don't you find that kind of strange though?
I think that always
real hypocritical though. Like, oh my gosh, I don't want. But your kids can come and ask you for dollars to spin or to stream or to download my music and buy my album because that's how I want to get paid. Because we know that kids buy the majority of the music, and they don't have to damn job.
Think back to when we was younger buying music, right?
I go to a record store.
We bought the music,
and we had to listen to it on our Walkman.
It was more private, but now it still can be private. But I was just saying this. I think that some music was crazy back then. It's crazier now. The content that they allow on the radio, on like the public, platforms, I would say, it's crazier. But there was some crazy stuff. But the thing is, you always had to have your your own moral compass for what you tell your kids, because they're gonna listen to that goddamn music. I was listening to that goddamn music.
I didn't give a fuck.
Especially if you said, don't listen to that damn music. Oh no, I don't want you to listen to this motherfucker. I'm going to listen to that shit.
Because you know why it was bugging? Because hip hop was still kind of new. But if they just would have slowed down and actually listened to the message that they were saying, they would have dug it. They would have dug it. You understand what I'm saying? Because check this out. I was watching something and it's the truth. It's the truth. The music back then, listen, we come from an era where they rapped about crack being whack.
Facts.
Not drinking scissor is cool. You feel me? Like, doing drugs was always whack. Weed was always acceptable. Everything else was a dub. Period. Even if
alcohol, at least.
I mean, listen, they got songs about coke. Yeah, they got songs about like, come on, because cocaine is the hell of a drug. Everybody knows it's a hell of a drug. So and cocaine actually had an era, like 60s, 70s. It actually had an era where
music always incorporated
but it was wild. But glorifying
it is honestly the reason why
what's going on now is not good.
And I don't blame this. I hope he
fentanyl. They got fentanyl.
I really hope he makes it out of this. No, DMX is the perfect example, because I know he had demons besides that. I know he had demons. I know he has a history. But drugs, I tell y'all, it's an end result to those drugs, man. There's only one end result. You can look at the rappers that died within the last year, Mac Miller, all these young cats that died. What's the guy from Chicago? Fredo Bang. One of these guys. It's so many of them that died. Juice WRLD popped the pills on the plane, died. These drugs killing you.
Facts.
It's not like smoking weed. You might get the munchies, go to sleep. Feel me? Get a headache for some bullshit. That's it, the most. You feel me? But these drugs, it's like, yo, do you want to live?
Where you think that started at? I got a good idea where that.
But
in the music culture, it's promoted like that's the rock star lifestyle. Cause see, that's what these young boys talk about.
I'm saying, like, where do you think it started in hip hop? Like, where did
I think
heavy drug
dealers started using
in music?
I feel that comes from
using.
honestly. That comes from the South.
Yeah.
And I keep it real with you because
when they made syrup cool.
You don't think
when they made sipping syrup, no.
I mean,
he kind of talked about it in a way. I'll say like
you talking about just popping random pills just to pop them shit. That nigga got a bar like my mom sucked up my last Valium in a vacuum, and I had this.
I mean, you know why?
Had to be on his
first one talking like
he was talking like
you know what? Listen, the only reason why
I won't blame him though.
No, listen. The only reason why he was the first one talking like that is because he was coming from a white perspective.
Yeah.
And I grew up in a multicultural neighborhood, so I know there was white individuals that was into things that I would never even fathom taking. And as you get older and you go through school and you have white friends and you come across white individuals, you know what I'm saying? Their choice of drugs are totally different from our choice of drugs.
I never paid attention to what he's talking about. I understand what he's talking about, but I'm not paying attention.
He was saying all of those things, but it's like, okay, I can't relate because I don't have a whole bunch of people around me that do value.
I'm a bar fanatic, so I analyze everything. So when I listened to it, like I knew what the fuck that nigga was talking about, and I knew that it was coming from his type of lifestyle. But if you were younger than what I was at that moment when he said that, and you listen to some shit like that,
I think he had more white people might have got it.
Well, listen,
doing more drugs than black people. As far as that goes, I think that shit more started from the South, like he said, like Pimp C. Being honest, UGK, they promoted syrup. DJ Screw, Lil Wayne, he promoted syrup. Like certain rappers promoted double cup, running around with the double cup. It went from that, and then Future kind of took it to the next level when he made the pill. The pill, Percocet, the Adderall, he made all that type of stuff cool because it just became like a regular thing. Now everybody talking about Percocets and Adderalls like it's nothing. Like
I think that's a part of our reality though, because a lot of us self-medicate, man, because we fucking traumatized.
Yeah, a lot of
we don't know we traumatized, but we are just as
I mean, as a people,
as a culture.
I mean, as a culture, we really are, and I mean, it runs deep, and then sometimes you will look at people and you be like, damn, I wonder why they can't. But you know what? But you know what?
They have demons. They have things that trigger they're getting high.
I think to get away from a lot of reality, people just choose it like alcohol or whatever drug it is.
I mean, I just feel that everyone goes through things and everyone comes out of things differently. You understand what I'm saying? Everyone handles things differently.
True.
That's why you really can't judge too tough about anything. I'm not
gonna judge. I
can have an opinion about something.
Nobody's supposed to be the judge.
Right. I can have an opinion about something, and like how you said before, you can also have your cup of tea.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Where I know that this energy is not good for me, so I don't want to be around this type of energy.
Yeah, that's not me judging.
That's not me judging.
I don't want to be
that's
around
me.
that.
Choosing my cup of tea.
My energy.
If you're not in jail, I think you have the right to choose your cup of tea that you want to be around. I honestly think that. Like, you have all rights to be like, I'm not gonna
deal with this.
I like to simplify life, like with everything. So like, I would do some shit like the world's full of followers and leaders. You either a follower or you're a leader. It's simplified, and you can apply that to anything. As followers, you could apply that in a business aspect or just in your regular life. Are you gonna follow what other people are doing, or are you gonna create your own way and let people follow you? And those are the only two types of people that are on this planet. It's like another one is people who like to be entertained, and there's people who like to entertain other motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Which one are you? Simplify everything. Life is not as complicated as people make it. I think people like create these invisible barriers of fucking rules and shit. You can drive with your feet. It's not the best idea in the world, but you could. Nobody stop you from doing like laws and rules. It's not really real. You can just really do whatever the fuck you want to do, man. Life is that simple. It's just make the choice. Either you want to do it or you're not going to do it. It's just
free will.
Think about what you're doing before you actually do it. Me, before I make any decision, I'm gonna think about every possible outcome. Well, I'm gonna try to think about every possible outcome before I even make the decision. So if anything does come my way, I've probably already seen it. I already thought about that scenario, so I'm prepared to, take whatever it is.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Simplify.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I'm making shit so complicated on yourself, brothers.
I mean, a lot of people do that. How do you feel about I mean, you're talking about us being traumatized. How do you feel about therapy?
I think a lot of us need therapy, and most of us don't know that we need therapy, but we really do. like need that shit. Because a lot of the shit that we think is normal, that shit ain't normal. But like before I moved out of New York, there was a lot of shit that I thought was normal until I got out of New York. Like chilling in front of the store was like some regular shit for me out here. But when you go to like North Carolina, this ain't just standing in front of the store. They got Porsches and shit where they get
But you know what I learned too though? Don't ever confuse that with not being normal. That could be that normal. There's a normal here, there's a normal.
Not because in all reality, it's like, why are you standing in front of the store? You don't work at the store. It's like, why are you niggas literally stand in front of the store with nothing to do? They serve no purpose.
Some places that's normal because there is nothing really to do. They don't have the certain type of job, they don't have the type of climate, they don't have nowhere to go. It might depend on it. But I was saying that to say this, what you said, I like that.
You know what else I thought was normal too? Like the way I drive. I ain't noticed I was a fucked up driver until I started driving to other states. And they was like, what the fuck is you doing? Like, we drive super aggressive. Yeah, but you have to drive like that out here.
That's your New York normal.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Right? That's your New York normal. Yeah. So it's all about
where you at.
Where you at?
Demographics play a lot.
Demographics play a lot. It's all about where you at. Basically, that's what I was about to say. It all depends on where you at, which normal.
Because in North Carolina, the clubs is over at 2.
So that's normal.
In New York,
at 2 o'clock is over. That's normal.
People leaving the house at 12:30. Like, yo, we out at 12:30. Like, yo, bro, we out at 12:30. Yeah, we out at 12:30.
It's different.
My wife used to do that shit. Yeah. Going to the club. They close at 2, but they leaving at like 11:30, 12 o'clock.
Right.
It take like an hour to get there.
Right. Like, all right, we in here.
Party for 2 hours.
Yeah.
So that's all.
But is it normal for clubs to be open at like 6 in the morning? I think it's really no party.
Yeah.
In New York.
When I was a teenager, I didn't even like the party
at
6 in the morning.
Yeah, out here.
I used to hate that shit. My niggas.
I mean, before COVID, pre-COVID.
Come on.
Pre-COVID.
3 o'clock. I'm ready to go.
Listen, see, but now you're talking about preference.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Now you're talking about preference because you ain't related to it. But that is your normal.
Yeah.
Like if they would say, yo, you grew up. What time the parties were when you grew up? You got easily 6 in the morning.
Yeah,
but we short on time, and I don't want to miss the point. And I want to make this quick point before we wrap up with whatever song you got ready for us. Next joint, we got a couple minutes. I want to say this about the therapy. What he said and what you said is, basically we need therapy.
Yes,
we need therapy. But I want to say yes, we do need therapy, but we also need to communicate with each other better. That can be therapy.
Yes.
You don't need to go see a doctor because listen, that's what I want to get to because when people say therapy, they think it is and go see a shrink. No, go talk to your peoples. Open up and talk and expose those emotions and those things you think about that you go deal with. You can't sleep. It got you up all night. Talk to somebody about that. Find somebody that you might feel comfortable that you know that you can exchange those words with.
Now, let me tell you
I'm not saying that's easy for everybody.
Right. Now, let me get to that what you said. Yeah. No, I feel that how you said, I feel that a lot of people, especially a lot of Black individuals, and we definitely need therapy. For sure. That we don't want for sure. Because this
but sometimes you just need somebody to listen to you.
Listen. Let me get to what you're saying. Yeah. People don't even what you said is 100% true. But in our community, a lot of individuals don't even have real individuals that they call their real people to talk their business to. That's first and foremost.
True.
You feel me?
Well, so some people don't want to make themselves that vulnerable.
Exactly. They're like, yo, you know what? I want to tell that person that but you know what? I don't trust that person to tell that person that. So you might just tell that person a little bit or not even at all. You feel me? Now, getting into a couple situation where you might need therapy because y'all coming from 2 different places of life and now y'all together. You feel what I'm saying? You might be scorned in your own way. I might be scorned in my own way, and now we're together. So now you have 2 scorned people together. So now me and you talking together without someone there, we can get somewhere, but we're not really getting to where we really need to get to. We're not. Because there's going to be a point where I'm saying what I'm saying, you're going to get pressure, you can respect it, but your body language and everything is going to be like, okay, I had enough. Okay, let's go to bed. Or okay, what it is. Now, when you have a stroke, you actually have to deal with it. Yeah. Get to the root of tootie, as they say. Get to the root of the problem. Yeah, get to the root of the problem all the way. Like nobody can go anywhere. Speak about it. And then you have a party that actually doesn't know you from a hole in the wall where you feel that it's not biased. I'm talking about just in life. Because I'm talking about it's relationship. It could be your family. Because Family members go through shit and don't talk to each other for years.
True.
And they need therapy. Now, I'm just talking relationships with humans. Relationships with your woman, relationships with your mama, relationships with your father, relationships with your cousins, uncle, brother. It doesn't matter. Relationships with one another. You might not be able to get to that bottom line without the neutral person there that doesn't know anything about left or right. Because I feel that people respect it more coming from a person that doesn't know anything about anything and you're actually both speaking your truth and they can actually give you a good outlet on it. You feel me? That's why I think therapy is crucial nowadays, especially to move on. It doesn't mean you're crazy. It doesn't even mean that your situation is bad.
You can have a phobia or something. But it's a reason why you have that phobia, but you're not gonna figure out why I have this phobia of that until you sit down and tell you there's a root to that problem. You're not capable of getting to that source. Right. Somebody has to help you.
Everyone needs help, and not everyone has a friend, like how you were saying before, which is key. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody don't have that.
Everybody don't have that person that they can lean on or talk to, and actually confide in.
I keep a very, very small circle, and everybody that's in my circle, that's how we operate. Like, my niggas can call me for anything, anytime. Especially I know they're going through stuff. I sit and I listen, and they do the same.
So, how many times you play therapy for your close friends?
All the time, and they do the same to me.
Exactly,
which is okay. Right. So it's okay to talk, but we gotta let y'all go tonight. So we want to let you make sure you give them all your pages, all your information, where to contact you, where to get your videos, where to stream your music, all the platforms. Shout it all out.
Follow me on Instagram, J_DIDY_1 on Instagram. Look up to who streaming on all platforms. Go check that out for everything J Diddy. Go to j.diddy.com. That's JDOTDIDY.com. Also, while you at it, check out my man Scotty Optimal. Check out my man Kenny Sims. Check out my man Slives. Like, let's stop paying so much attention to the mainstream and start to build some of these up and comers. Let's pay more attention to the up and comers.
Make sure you check my guy out. So, what joint you want to end us with?
Let's end off with "Let Go."
Let go.
Let go, man. Once again, man. So, shout out to our guests, man.
Yes.
J Diddy, man. Go, baby. Check them out.
Appreciate you coming out. Thanks for everybody for tuning in tonight with us on this Monday. This is another episode
of Words with Pooday and
Plaga. Sometimes you
and you
and you
and you.
I want to jump in on that.
Play that joint for us, baby. We out of here.
G, you gotta do a drop for us too before we leave.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? That before we get that drop for us. Oh man. Damn. I'm Charlie House. That's why I'm standing up right now.
Oh no. Crazy
Charlie. Charlie House right now.
It's so much. Said to get that shit at the end.
Right.
So much. It kept going too long.
That therapy is real, man.
Yeah, that's a fact, man.
You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of individuals need it. You know what I'm saying? Real. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Well, most people don't want to do it because they think something wrong with it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I can't get into it more, like you said, because it's a stigma. Like how you like someone said before, it's a stigma behind that. Charlamagne always talk about that, about it being a stigma behind it.
This shit was dope. I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, I was talking you for a minute.
I told you so when we get back. I got you up there. This is the third episode since we've been back. So we made episode 3 since we've been back from our little break.
I came straight from Pennsylvania specifically.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
Try to be a man.
I appreciate you, brother.
I hope you enjoyed it, man.
Maybe we can do a part 2 one day. You know?
That's follow-up.
You know, when you make a video, make sure you send me the links and shit for the next video. When you come out with the video, I see you working on the video.
Yeah, I was just working on one today.
Johnny Ross, I don't know where this shit came from. I was about to boat out of here when that nigga just that shit.
You got up already once. I thought you had to use the bathroom?
No. When I went up to something, I got
the water. Yeah.
But just now when I got up there, That was a Charlie horse.
This is more than just a remnants. From way back when we talking to timber.